What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about yesterday's price action with GameStop and what I believe we could be expecting for the rest of the week. What is going to happen in general? All right. I think a lot of people are starting to figure things out. You'll be seeing a lot of T plus 35 posts and people talking about this. I just wanted to say a few things first. All of these people with shorts, puts, the bears, the shills, they're all lying to you. They are all lying. They're saying this is over. Oh, this is not 2021. Yeah, well, guess what? They did the same thing again. The short sellers did the same thing. They think GameStop is a piece of crap and want to drive it into the ground, drive it into bankruptcy. And now what happened? They have over $4 billion in the bank. So what does that mean? All of these short sellers are stuck now. They could have covered a long time ago and they didn't. They're failing to deliver and kicking the can down the road over and over and over. But they can only do that for so long. Eventually, they will have to cover. And I think we'll see some of this. If people keep buying and holding, the shorts will need to cover. The market makers will need to fill all of the calls that they wrote. They'll need to deliver on those. And if they don't have those shares, I mean, that's not good either for them. But they're going to start asking for the shares back from the short sellers that have been failing to deliver themselves. It's just bad for them all around. If they start asking for the shares back from the shorts that are failing to deliver because they're failing to deliver, this is going to create a tug-of-war effect. It's going to go back and forth, back and forth. Give me the dang shares until, boom, this thing just pops. Okay? It can happen. It will happen if it goes high enough. No matter how much short pressure is on this thing, no matter how many tricks they're pulling, and believe me, they're going to do every trick in the book to try to crush this before they have to cover and deliver on this stuff. But if enough people keep buying this, they're going to have to cover. They're going to have to deliver the shares for all the calls that they wrote. Okay? They just can't. All these fake shares, all the naked shorting, all of the calls that were written without real shares to back it up, it is going to come back to bite them. That is what I believe. Again, I'm just a guy on YouTube that likes doing this stuff. I like GameStop. This is not financial advice, so take everything with a grain of salt, make your own decisions. But I think things are getting real interesting. I think Roaring Kitty knows this stuff. He knows what's going on. I think he came back for everybody. All of us retail traders that have been stuck in here getting beaten down by the shorts over and over and over again. He came back for GameStop that the short sellers are trying to drive down into the ground and into bankruptcy. He could have picked any other stock, but he didn't. Why not? Well, I just told you half of it. The other half, I believe, he knows all of this is going on. He knows they didn't learn a thing from last time. They have no remorse. We're all dumb money. They want to drive GameStop into the ground and take all of our money. And they've been laughing about it this whole entire time. but now they're sweating. Yeah. T plus 35 from Roaring Kitty. May purchase of GME shares falls on Friday, June 21st. I talked about June 21st a couple videos ago. I think he knows this is coming up, and they're going to have to deliver. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have the shares for Roaring Kitty's calls that he exercised. I would not be surprised at all. So, there were 35 emojis tweeted by RK on this date. Again, is this, did he do that because they've been failing to deliver? T plus 35. This is a really smart guy we're talking about here. Okay? The June purchase exercise would lead into another July wave of FTDs that need to be closed out. Regardless of whether it was a share purchase or exercise, there would be a new wave as T35 would occur for share purchases and T1 plus T6 plus T21 for exercise calls. FTDs is also plausible. This is why the SEC delayed release of the GME and AMC FTDs for the first half of May. They needed to give the market makers time to settle the FTDs without alerting the apes. Right. They don't want to tell everybody what's going on because they're in trouble. They will never admit they're wrong, and they will never tell you they're in trouble. They're just going to act like nothing is wrong. They're still in the right. Guys, that's how they operate. I mean, you're going to keep seeing posts about this. All of these calls, there's more and more calls that are being added, and it just goes on and on and on. This is how the gamma ramp is created. You get to Friday, they're going to have to deliver. There'll be more calls. People are going to buy more calls, and it'll just keep going. Okay? I mean, I think this thing is eventually going to pop, but that's just me. I think this Friday is a very important day, so we'll see what happens with that. I mean, if this thing got bad enough, it could hurt a lot of big players in the market. But don't feel sorry for these guys. They lie, cheat, and steal all the time. These short sellers, the hedge funds, they put themselves in this situation, honestly. And now they don't want to pay up. They do not want to pay up. They want to steal your money over and over again and laugh in your face. So I saw somebody had posted this as well. Current chart versus the 2021 chart. Very, very similar. Very, very similar. You can see where it says we are here. Very close, guys. Very close. If this pressure keeps up, we could very well see another 2021 instance or something way bigger than that, I believe. Okay, this is from the other day. Buy side imbalance, also known as an order imbalance, occurs when there are too many buy orders for a security on an exchange relative to the number of sell orders. This can happen when there's a lot of interest from buyers, but not enough interest from sellers to match. Guys, they don't have the shares. They don't have them. Why do you think Robinhood turned off the buy button last time? Because it was going to send a lot of these people underwater. There's no way that this wasn't some type of insider thing that they coordinated with Robinhood. Or just Robinhood themselves scared to death of this happening. They don't have the shares for all of the buyers. They don't have the shares for all of the call buyers. They don't have the shares for the shorting that they're doing. They're eventually going to have to buy it at market prices. If this keeps up, if people don't give up, they keep buying and holding, they're going to have to get all of these shares from somewhere. And that somewhere is the open market. And That is what would drive prices up even higher. And that's not even the shorts covering. That's just the calls, all the buying. So add shorts covering on top of that, kaboom. So yesterday's chart ended up as a doji candle. A doji candle is a candlestick chart pattern that occurs when a security's open and close prices are almost identical during a trading session. The word doji comes from a Japanese phrase that means the same thing. A doji candlestick that forms during a downward trend can indicate a potential bottom or reversal. This is because it could mean that sellers are losing steam and buyers are preparing to enter the market. Yep, doji candles are bullish. Like I said, I think we're going to see something this week. Not a lot of selling pressure. A lot of tricks from the old hedgies, but people know, man. I mean, people aren't dumb as a rock. And you can see, you don't even have to pay attention to Roaring Kitty. Look at what GameStop's doing. Look at all the money they have. They're not going under. Get that through your heads. They're not going under. There is no way. Alright? And the idea of a merger and acquisition is closer than ever, in my opinion. I'm just waiting for some news to pop this thing off. And haven't seen any update from Roaring Kitty on his position for like 5 days, I think. Kind of waiting to see if he bought some more calls or if he's doing something to move himself ahead. Go ahead and get that board seat, buddy, if that's what you want. I mean, I believe in you. I admire this guy. That's not the only reason I'm in GameStop, obviously. That's not the main reason either. But heck, this guy is standing by retail side. Okay, he's bringing the big guns out. He's doing his part. Now it's up to everybody else. If everybody else runs away and leaves him there, obviously he can't do anything. But he's standing here with us. So, anyways, guys, bullish about the rest of the week. I hope to see some green tomorrow. I think so. I think we'll see recovery. And still waiting for some Magic Friday. Hoping for some news drop. Hoping for this witching day to get this thing kicked off. Alright, guys. Let's go GameStop.